Hey everyone. Hey guys, I just started few minutes early just to confirm that everything is up and running. Let's wait for some time and then we'll start. Most likely 8:05. Whoever is online, if you guys can just share your comment, this name in this chat section, you can please do that. You can write on message in this chat section. Hey Varun, thanks for joining in. Hey Chandrakant, hey Varanya, thank you so much guys for joining in. How was your day? Or you are still working, not yet completed your day. Hey guys, hope you can hear me. If you can just confirm that part, so I know that everything is working up and running. Okay, Varun answered, so I believe that this my voice is loud and clear, and I am visible also clearly. Perfect, thanks. My day is also good. I would say not great, but it was a good. Got a chance to work on certain things, took care of a couple of calls, and yes, preparing for I was preparing for this session actually. But yeah, so it was okay. I can just say it was okay. Not that great, not that bad. Okay, so it's still 8-1. We'll wait for 8-5 and then we'll start the session. In the meantime, I suggest you guys, if you have any question related to this how to grow on Twitter, anything related to Twitter you would like to ask, please drop in the comment section, and I will I will take that the question in between the session. But please start sharing your question, so which I can answer. Few more minutes and then we are good to go. So you guys don't have any question for me? Are you just waiting? Or hey Mayank bhai, thank you so much for tuning in. બસ હું એકદમ ફાઇન છું. હોપ તમે પણ ફાઇન છો. Okay, 2 more minutes to go and then we will start. Before Mayank bhai, I tell you on how to grow your Twitter, you should tell me that how to get a this blue tick because you already got a blue tick and I'm still struggling with that. I can just see this Twitter blue option but can't subscribe. Hey Anusij, I'm absolutely fine, thanks, and hope the same at your end. Okay, so people have started sharing their questions in this comment section. Thank you so much. I will try to cover it up. Few question I'm sure that when we are session, it will uh, it will come in during this things which I'm going to anyway cover. So yeah, if not, then definitely I will just scroll and I will just try to do that. Okay, so it's already 8:05. Let's start. People will, keep coming and joining in. Anyway, it's happening on YouTube, so it will be anyway available at a, later part as well. So should not be a problem. So first of all, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in on a Saturday night. I would say that, sorry, the Friday night, not a Saturday night. Yes, it's a Friday night. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm really sorry, guys, for taking out a really long time to arranging this. It was a long due, but because of the work schedule, I was not able to doing that. But yeah, finally we are here, and thanks a lot once again. So let's start the thing, right? And in between, if you have any question, anything, please start sharing it in the comment section. So I will just pick up those. But very first thing I would like to start with is also noted down the certain question which I can do that. So what does consistency mean to you, right? If you guys would like to write your answer in the comment section, I will just give you this 1 or 2 minutes, and then I will take on this, because this is something everyone is talking about. Doesn't matter the platform which we are using, but everyone says about the consistency. But there is a misconception or the myth or whatever we call it about this consistency, which I'm going to cover, and that will help you not just on a Twitter, but all the social media platform and other thing also, where people are talking about the consistency. So I'm just waiting for 1 or 2 minutes, and then I will just say that. Okay, so the Divya is saying that doing same boring thing daily. Okay, so that's the definition for Divya. Okay, fine. Mayan, have a safe flight. Have a safe flight. Take care. I will answer that. Okay, so we do not have a much answer. So let me just cover that. As the Divya mentioned that doing same boring thing daily, right? So this is what exactly we are confusing, that consistency, where most of the people misunderstand that it's doing the same thing on a day to day basis, right? On a daily basis. But no, it's not that what you do the same thing on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so basically consistency also means that, let's say you decide, let's we are talking about Twitter, so I'm just going to take the same example, that you decide that I would like to do a one tweet a day, right, for this whole 30 days, for example. So that is called a that you decided, and now you are sticking to it. Okay, you decide that I will do every alternate day, I will do a tweet for the next 1 month. That is also consistency. You say that I will do this, every 3 days. That is also consistency. But the thing is that you stick to that particular part what you have decided, right? And most of the time we can't start the certain things on a day-to-day basis. Eventually you can reach to that level. So first you decide that, okay, I will tweet, every alternate day, right? And just start doing that. Okay, once you reach the level that, okay, you are able to do that, now do that. Okay, now I'm going to do, on a day-to-day basis for the next 30 days. Because the frequency you increase, based on that you also need a content, so you also have to do that. So make sure you do that. That's very, very important thing, right? Other stuff are there. So hope you guys are clear on, what is consistency is there. In fact, we have a Palak also, and same thing, which also said that yes, that's the same answer which I also said. So thanks a lot for sharing this, Palak. So I'm now going to the next one, that most of the time, these people say that, how frequently do you tweet, right? Or I should tweet. Okay. So thing is that, again, the answer I will say is a very, very just straightforward answer here, that it depends on you, that how much time you can spend on that, right? Because happens that on a Twitter, that if you do a three tweets on a day-to-day basis, it's just like a medicine, that, on a morning, afternoon, and a night, or a evening, I think to start with it's enough. But there is no any limitations to it right now. Also, if you ask me, that normally I'm doing around, every 1 hour. If I have that content, I do that, right? And anything and everything, just I do that. I'm coming to that point also in the next one. But yes, that's the thing, that how many tweets. So if you have that content, 3 tweets a day, it's enough to start with. If you have more, that should not be a problem, so you can also do that. Now the next thing I'm going to cover, that, also Mayank has that, that would you like to tweet about anything and everything, or about specific topic or a niche, right? This is the, again, a confusion to many people, that what should I do, that I pick one, niche and keep doing that, or I can do this anything and everything, right? Here, I would like to take my example, that what I personally do here is that, if you look at my timeline on a Twitter, then you will find it out that I'm doing anything and everything, right? All the thoughts which are coming to my mind, I'm just, dumping. You can just say the dumping it on a Twitter, right? It's like kind of a Twitter is like my, journal. You can say that whatever coming to my mind, I'm doing that, right? One thing we have to understand, that when we are connecting with communicating with the people, right, it's a human to human interaction. Okay, when a human to human interaction happens, then what you talk, you just don't talk about this one topic, you talk about this multiple things, right? So this is what you have to do, that people not are always here to talk about the works only. Let's say you are from marketing. Okay, if you are from marketing, that, you just talk about this marketing. You also have to say that, definitely, if you want to talk about the marketing, do that. But the frequency, like if you are tweeting every day to that, it's not going to see. Again, I'm not saying that I'm here sharing what has worked for me, and I'm sharing, it doesn't mean that you have to apply the same thing. But I'm explaining you the crux, the things behind that, how exactly it works, because people would like to be more of, kind of a human to human. There will be a people, there are, million people are using this Twitter, but you will find that niche. But if you want to work on your niche, then you have to stick to it, and, definitely it can take a long time to reach to that level. Sometime, just a one tweet will work like anything, and it will do that. The trade will work like anything to do that. For if you are, if you niche down, then I personally suggest that if you can write a thread, this really amazing threads on that particular niche, it's going to help people, and eventually people will notice and will do that, right? So we have to decide on that. For me especially, I'm doing anything and everything I post, humor, meme, any kind of a content, on the family, personal thing, professional thing, work related thing, anything and everything I do that. So for you, you have to decide on that what you want to do and do that. You want to try for certain things, like for me, a couple of months ago I tried that. So for, I think, for the whole 1 month or a 2 3 weeks, I was continuously just posting about what I am into, like marketing, sales, customer service. That has also worked for me, but I was not enjoying. That's the, not, it's just a work. Every day, from 10 to 8, I am doing work, and here also I'm doing work. That's the fun element is missing. Twitter is more for a work, the more for a fun, at least for me, and I'm enjoying that. So I'm just going to do that. So you just figure it out at what you want to do. What is your end goal is very, very important. Just figure it out there, and you will have this answer. If your hope, the end goal is to generate some business out of it, maybe that what you have to do, you have to go to your niche town at what you are doing, and you have to do that. You are just here for fun, then you know what you have to do, right? And for work, if you want, then you have a LinkedIn platform, you can just utilize it, or any other platform, right? So that was, you can do that. So that's my answer to what is there. Okay. Another one very simple things, which most of the people ask, when I normally share my statistics every month or sometime, that I tweeted around, x number of tweets, that was the impression. Many people join Twitter, but they don't know how to check these statistics. Okay, so it's very simple. Let me just quickly open my, this Twitter, so I can guide you on that. When you are on a browser, right, on your desktop, okay, you just go to this more, and there is a, creator studio, and there is option called analytics. And from that you can check your statistics also, that how many tweets you are doing, impression on a month on month, past month, and everything. This is what you can do. Many people are not aware, so just sharing that quickly. So if you want to do that, this is not available on a mobile app. But again, if you want to access, this is also hack there. If you want to access this analytics on your phone, then open Twitter in a browser, and the same step which I said, that open that Twitter on a browser, that go to more, creator studio, analytics. And on mobile also you will be able to see, but it's not available on a mobile app. You have to be clear on that. Okay, so that's the thing, the query tweet thing on that. Okay, now coming to this very, very important point, I wanted to start it early, but these people were joining, so I just kept it for, for the later side of it. That what is very important thing on, for any social media platform, that your name, your handle, profile picture, header, bio, category, location, link. This is what I am talking about, this Twitter, that it's very, very important, right? Your name, and because this is how people are going to find you, what you're talking about. If you check, if you check my handle on a Twitter, it's very simple, that my let me also pin it here, so you can just see that. So my handle is, this is my first name, last name. My name is also saved, so people can easily find me, whenever to give it. It's not a very complicated name or that, right? And as far as possible, don't keep changing the very frequently, right? Otherwise it will be difficult for people to find you. Same goes for your bio, what you're writing in your bio. Like, again, if you would like to see, you can check my, and there are so many people like here, you can just go and check, right? In nutshell, I'm not going to discuss more about this, because our this beloved friend Jerry, who is also known as a pizza boy, has recently released his ebook on profile optimization. Link is already I mentioned. If you again want it, you can reach out to Jerry on a Twitter. You can ask for it. It's a free only, or you can simply go on his website, socialjj.com, and you will find it, and you can go with that. So not going to mention that, but how important is this? You should go with that, because if you look at it, many thousands of people are visiting your profile, right? You never know what opportunities may come up. You might get an opportunity for a work, you might get an opportunity for a paid collaboration, or paid tweet. You never know what is there to waiting for you. So your profile, you have to optimize your profile. You should optimize your profile because it's going to help you a lot. So simply go and do that. Not going to mention much on that because as I say, the Jerry is well covered in that. So let's do that. Many people reach out to me that today I have some tweets available, tomorrow I don't. The reason why is that you are not maintaining your content calendar. If you want to be consistent on that, right, you want to do that, then make a content calendar, right, at least for a, let's say, to start with a week. I'm not talking about the month. You can start about a week, if not week, at least for the 3 days, and see that you, let's say, you plan for a 1 week, so you should have at least one tweet for each day. So you will be active on a Twitter all the time, and you will have some content. If you, as soon as you get some idea, do that, right? Use some any app which you are using, WhatsApp. You can chat with yourself now with the feature that you just store it there, or but yes, one thing, that never ever share or save those tweets as a draft on mobile app, because if you re-log in, you will lose all your draft. That's the truth. If you want to save, and again, that is not synchronized with your web app of Twitter, so both will run separately. If you want to do that, then use a Twitter on a browser, and then it will be the same. You can do that, but otherwise on mobile app, never ever save that, otherwise you will lose it. That's the problem with the Twitter. Okay, so create a content calendar and do that, right? Simply, it's not that you have to have very fancy. If you're just creating a content for a Twitter, then I think this saving on WhatsApp, as I say that, or the draft, will help you a lot. So just simply do that. Okay, one very important thing I'm going to ask, to say that the Twitter is the only platform which I found that it can give you, the opportunity to get featured on a various news media, like Times of India or News 18, or there are so many such channels, and everyone keeping an eye on a Twitter, especially if there's any there's a trending topic. So it's possible that if your tweet or quote tweet or a comment is it's notable, that they will peak and will feature you on that, right? I have even, that's the one video I created on a YouTube. If you want, and later on you can just check. So not going to talk about that, but Twitter is the only platform which I found that you get that visibility, you get featured, the same tweets taken by those news media, even some Instagram page take. There are so many things, post opportunity, that you will not get anything. But very simple thing I would like to say right now, when you are online, if you want to go and check if any of your tweets is featured on any news media, in Google, write down your, just search with your Twitter handle. Like my handle is, @Mehul Fanawala. So if I just put this @Mehul Fanawala in Google and I search it, I will come to know that if any of my tweets are get featured on that. So if you want to just check it up, if any of your tweets are featured, then just simply go there right now in your browser in Google and just search it, you will come to know that. If you want to have some more information on that, yes, I already recorded a video, you can just check that. But this is a very straightforward thing, you can check that. So again, very important thing, why, what Twitter can give you, right? This is a possible. You might get a paid opportunity for the tweets also, which many brands like pay. Definitely, they take some, they see that there are certain number of followers, and then only they do that. So, but otherwise, that's very, very important. You can just go there. Now, couple of things I'm going to share now, in that what you can do to do that, how exactly it's helping me. That you might be noticing that many people here and there tagging me, my business partner Mansi, the Clueless Company, on a various thing. So the relationship building, you have to build that relationship, right? Anything, whether it is a personal or a business or the relationship building works a lot. Now, how you can do that? That you have to engage with people, you have to communicate with people, then it will help you. It's not going to help you just like that. Most of what the people, this mistake, that they just keep tweeting but they hardly engage with the people. but it's not going to help you, help you at all. You have to engage with people. And then, so normally I will tell you how the journey starts. Okay, when you join a Twitter, you, when you see a tweet, first you like it, once you like the tweet for any person, now that Twitter knows that, this kind of content you are liking it. So for the same person, they will start showing that, the tweets again and again to you, and the similar tweets as well. And you will keep engaging with the same person again and again. Once you will type, then first you like, then you leave a comment, and then person will would like to see your profile, what you are doing. So again, the importance of, how the Twitter profile is important. So this is how, again, it's important that person is doing, and that person will follow you as well, right? If you're already following, that person might follow you, give you a follow back as well. So that will also help you. So the more, what I right now also do, that when I am running out of content, right, or when, let's say you are just starting your Twitter journey with the 0 followers and you want to increase it. So because if you don't have a content, then tweet less and engage more. At least engage with 15 20 accounts on a day-to-day basis. I am saying you accounts, not, you don't have to engage with the same person's 15 tweets. You have to engage with 15 people's tweets or the accounts, right? So you will get that more visibility. That will help you a lot with that, right? And not just this particular thing. So it's very important, engage more. And yes, it's just not do some seed posting on any CT reply or anything. Otherwise, that's going to create a problem for you. You won't be able to grow, the way you want. And then, then you will complain that I'm not growing. Of course you will not. Read that and leave a, on that particular, that tweet, leave a meaningful reply, right? So people will not, that same person will keep noticing you, okay, this person is giving a meaningful reply, and it seems that the person is knowledgeable about XYZ thing. And then you will, build that connection. This is how it started, the start. Then you just reach out to DM that, hey, it's glad to connect with you, and then arrange a one-on-one call, right? So it start with a like, then it's maybe a retweet or a quote tweet or a comment, then there's DM, then one-on-one call. Now when you go on a one-on-one call on a Google Meet or a Zoom or any platform, now you can understand the person more. So that's make the uh, next level of bonding with that person. And then this is how this is a relationship building. Okay, now when we are already on this subject, I would like to say that the networking, right? So community is very important on Twitter, right? That build that community. Now the how to build that community is, now the one person, let's say for example me, right? Now it's not that you just engage with my tweet, you just engage with my tweet only. Now we already know each other, we have arranged a one-on-one call, right? We know each other well, right? So now go and find another person, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, 10, and this is how you build that community. This is exactly what I have done, right? So now how you guys are connected to me, or we both are connected to each other, is how exactly done that. I get on a call with so many people who are already there on the call. So we have a Mayank, we have a Proma, we have a Abhishek, we have a Manoj, we have a Palak, we have Varani. This all these people, I talk to so many people on that. And it's not that you are already connected. Yes, Sachin Bhai is also there on this call. So we communicate with that person right now. That bonding is already there, right? That doesn't mean that I just engage with those account. I also want to grow, you also want to grow. So you have to grow with, you have to communicate with more and more and more account on a day-to-day basis. That's why it's also, that's why I say that pick the 15 20 accounts and do that. Okay, also one more, this important way where you can show that about XYZ thing, where find it out that certain really a good and a big account, let's say Zankur Warigu or a Kunal Shah, or anything in your niche, you would like to find it out, that engage with those accounts, leave a meaningful comment on that, right? Because those accounts gets, the huge response, the likes, retweets, comment, and that, right? And if you leave your meaningful replies on that, hundreds of other people are seeing that, and from that also people will see your profile, or you might get some followers from that. So you just don't get a followers from your own tweets, but when you do this meaningful replies on other comments also, you get that. This is how you get that engagement as well. So that's very very important things which most of the people misses that, and they are not able to grow. So with this, I cover, so many points here. Now I'm just checking my thing that what all things in my, do that. Okay. Now couple of things I which I would like to cover, that few things are very very important, that be you, right? Be you, it means that whatever you are tweeting, whatever you are commenting, replying, just do what you are. Don't try to show up that, let's say for example, I don't have any knowledge about, let's say, web3, right? So you will not see any of my tweets related to web3. I can just simply go there, I can now use the chat gpt to get the content, I can just copy and I can do that. But if someone asks me the question for that this web3, I will not be able to reply that, because that's not my expertise, right? So I will never ever do that, right? So it's like, faking up, it's like, as it says, fake it till you make it, right? How long will you be able to go? You won't be able to do that, right? So whatever you are seeing my tweets on that, this is what I am right now. Okay. And this is what we are talking about, this personal branding. So when we talk about the personal branding, the word personal itself is there, means if you do, no one can do this job better than you, right? Doesn't mean that, you should not hire that. Like if you have, definitely, I mean, you can do, but at least to start with, you should do it yourself, so you know that what your audience is, how it's doing that. So it will also help you to guide your whoever is going to manage your account, right? But as far as you are doing, so let's say, right, for me also, I'm doing also, I know that when I'm talking to a people, right, tomorrow if someone replies me or DM me, that I will not be surprised that, okay, who this person is, because my tone, the person who is managing tone, that will be a completely different for that. Okay. So the purpose is that, okay, yes. So Proma mentioned authenticity is such an important aspect to growth. Yes, that's the very important thing, and that's the my next point is that try to be as authentic as possible, right? It's, sometimes you just would like to share something which you are not aware about. For example, for me, I am core from, I have 15 years of experience in sales and customer service, and right now my business partner Mans is helping me a little bit, on this marketing side of it, so I'm gaining that knowledge also. So I will only write something which I am aware of, or at least I have at least 10, 15, 20% of knowledge, and I will only just talk about that and not everything. Authenticity, is that very, very important thing. I just can't just say that, I just earn a 10,000 rupees, and I just cannot just say that, okay, I just made a 1 million, right? It's not authentic, it's certain things you just can't, because, if once you lie, or once you share this information, now you always have to remember that thing, that okay, this is what you have said, right? So be authentic, whatever you are, just, just share what you are thinking, that's absolutely fine, right? And the Twitter is the best platform. Whatever is there in your mind, you want to, write anything, just throw it out. People just simply accept it, right? But just doesn't mean that if you are frustrated and you go to any other's account and you do shit posting and abusing anything, it's not at all acceptable. Whatever you want to do for your account, but be responsible for that. What's your purpose, do that. Okay. Now one very important thing, again, I'm going to discover that the consistency part, which you already do that, follow and engage with people who have followers similar to yours. Okay. People are looking for this follow back, right? Everyone would like to grow their followers count, right? I'm not gonna lie, definitely every, even, for me right now I have 26,000 followers. Definitely I also like when I even, earn one more followers, that helps me, right? Because I know that it's going to help in a different way. So, but the most people, what happens that, for example, that if you are just starting your journey and you are following someone like, let's say, Ankur Wariku or Manish Pandey or a Kunal Shah or Sahil Bloom, or, there are so many people like that. It's not everyone is going to give you a follow, especially this account, right? And then you say that you are not getting it. This is what normally everyone does, is that as soon as we log into Twitter will show you certain accounts like these accounts like Narendra Modi and all. It's not going to help you. Find the people. So let's say you are just starting your journey with a zero follower. So find a people, they have a similar followers as you. Let's say 100 followers. That's your first criteria. Engage with those accounts. Give a follow those accounts. So it's a high chance that they will give you a follow back. The reason is that they are now also growing that. Okay, so that's very important. If you know that once you reach to let's say 50 followers, then say that you increase that to 200 followers. So that how you have to do that. Otherwise you will never be able to grow. So it's a high chance if you are looking for follow back. So the authentic way of doing is this, right? Just simply don't DM to people that okay, I follow you, if you follow me back, or I will follow you, then follow me back. And this is always any relationship in the world, right? Anything which you take, it always work on give and take. It cannot be it's like give give, take. For example, I'm hosting this session right now. I'm giving you, I'm setting this as a value for free of cost, right? It's but you are also giving me your time that you made yourself available for them. So if you look at this right now also, there is no any absolute money well, but I'm giving my time also, I'm giving my value also, what I know, and you are giving your time. So again, it's a given, it's a give and take. It can never be like that. And whatever you do, always give first and don't expect anything in return in this, that I will get this or that person should do that. You just do your work, give, and that will take whatever you have to get it from that will happen automatically, naturally. And whatever is going to happen is it will stay with you for a longer period of time. For example, I am connected to so many people here. So let's say for example, we have a Proma, we have a Mayank, we have a Sachin, there are Ashish Bhai. There are so many such accounts. When I restarted my journey on a Twitter in April 2021, right, I am connected to this most of the people friend, and we are still in connected with that inner reals. And in not just this is only possible when you have a authentic to that, and you are connected to that community and all, right? So that's very very important. Do that, build a real connection. Don't go for it just focus on the followers count. That will do that, because only build a connection which are going to stay with you. Today they will follow you, tomorrow on they will unfollow you. It's not going to help you at all, right? Build that connection that will stay for you, let's say for forever. So that's very very important thing. Now I'm just taking a the little stop here. Now let me take that some of the question which are already mentioned. I'm going on a top to just see that if we can just uh, okay, someone says share your beginning journey of a Twitter growth. Okay, so I will tell you this. Chandrakant is asking me what is my beginning of the Twitter journey. So I think it's most of the people it happens that you join a Twitter, you don't use for a long period of time, you do that. That same happened with me, but I restarted my journey on a Twitter, in April 2021. Right. So if you look at it, it's going to complete a 2 years now, and I am active on a Twitter on daily basis. Okay, and then I haven't stopped it that. Definitely it will come that sometimes I do the more tweets, sometimes I do the less tweets, but I appear on a day-to-day basis. If I don't have any content, I go and engage with more people. That's how you sometimes you get that, read more, consume more content, so you will have an idea on that. Sometimes you just have to tweak it. So if you look at certain trends is going on. Yesterday the trend was that this is my heart, this is a soul, that you just have to fit in certain word and you have a new tweet. You can do this with many tweets, so should not be a problem. And this is how it is. So this is how I started with I'm not, when I restarted I hardly had a 200 300 followers, and it's been almost a 2 years, and I reached to this level. Anyone can do that. There is no rocket science behind it, or there is no any magic for that. Anyone can do that. uh, okay, Divya is asking it was the right way of reaching out to people on DM for networking on a Twitter. Okay, so Divya, as you asked that, so one answer which I already covered in that is that first build that connection, engage with that person, like, comment, and then that person will already know that, let's say you are engaging with my tweets, on a day-to-day basis. So I know that, okay, Divya is engaging with my tweet, at least I know that back of my mind that is there, right? And then if you reach out to me, it's a high chance that, that I'm going to reply to you. Okay, that okay, yes, yes, hi Divya, you tell me that I'm seeing that you are engaging with my team, but you make sure that you reach out very clearly. Don't write the essay like DM, that the very long DM. Simply go and say that, okay, I'm Divya, this is what I'm doing, and this is the reason I'm reaching out to you, and what you're expecting from that person. Straightforward for that. Don't just do any sugarcoating. Simply straightforward. If person reply, that's okay. If not, you may want to take a follow up, because sometimes that person is busy, that person is getting so many DMs, you might, message is just gone. Twitter doesn't have this under, once you read it, you can't mark the unread it. That many, the message DMs are also missed that way. And I only come to know that after, when I get a message from the same person, or I would like to message that person. So that's very important thing, that how you can reach it out, make a very straightforward. Again, authenticity is very important. Just clear out everything in this very single message. Okay. One is that my audience is confused. I don't know. Okay, shall I start moving towards a focus approach, or should I continue as it is? So yes, Mayank already asked this question. I tried to cover it up, that you can just now decide at what your end goal is and just do that. If you are enjoying, this Twitter, just go ahead with whatever you are doing right now. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine. Okay, another question. Okay, so the Saurabh has asked that how to niche down the audience, which I already covered on that, so not going to do that. Okay, so the Sachin is asking that, hello sir, Sachin here, how to grow as a beginner on a Twitter. This is for me too seriously. Okay, sorry Sachin, I don't have answer for you. Do you think Twitter Blue is a must to have, or we can continue without it? Okay, I think this is very interesting question. See, now if you look at it, for us, that for us is asking that. So if you look at it right now, that okay, so what's happening, that Twitter Blue just introduced, right? It's been a couple of months. Before that, it was not that. We were still using that. I'm still using that, right? If you look at me, this is how, I grow to 26,000 followers right now, and I still is growing me, right? So Twitter Blue. So now, according to me, at least for me, definitely, I also would like to have this blue tick on that. It's a dream for everyone. I believe on for all the platform, right? But the value was that before, it's not there right now, because you know that you can purchase it, right? So now what I will do is, if you go on a mind, if I get it, you will simply, okay, this guy has purchased it. Earlier you had to earn it, right? So according to me, it's not going to make a lot of difference, but of course, people, your you can grab that attention basically, because of that, do that. But yes, the answer is you can continue without it, should not be a problem. Okay, now again, I'm coming back to my topic, the certain thing which I would like to cover, that okay, now, you know if you want to create a content, not just for a Twitter, for any platform, is that the observation is the secret to it, right? You just observe something, whatever you are going through, that observe it, and then most likely you will get an idea out of it, right? So for example, I think yesterday on, I tweeted that, I was checking this, what was trending on that, and it was a Subman Gill, right? And I just realized that so far I was, pronouncing his name incorrect by, Subham Gill. That was my observation. I just tweeted it, and I got, I did, don't know, somewhere around 100 likes on that. So if you see that, this is how it's an observation based only. Most of my tweets, if you like, this is observation based on what I observe, I just do that. And most of the people will be able to relate with this. If you even read that, it was yesterday's tweet only, you will be able to find it easily. And if you find a comment, there are, many people are like me only. They were also using it, they were also under this Subham Gill only, right? It's an observation based. Most of my tweets are observation based, and that's what I do. Right? Today only, I also tweeted that, that normally what we do is that, if there is no electricity, right? What we say that, India may light nahi hai. It's not a light, because of that electricity, you don't have that light, right? Again, this is the observation back. So keep observing the thing, and it's going to help you with this creating your content idea will come out of that only. So just do that, and it's going to help you. I already covered one part, that's a one-on-one call. You can do that. Okay. Now, one very most important to grow on a Twitter, it can help you is a humor, right? Increase your sense of humor. If you want to increase is, we have a Sachin, you is most of his tweets are really funny. You can engage with that. There are other accounts like, Tinder is there, Zomato, Swiggy, Xavier Uncle Light, that one guy's called Sagar. His the handle is Sagar Kazam Gabbar Singh. There are certain accounts. If you want to increase your sense of humor, there are certain accounts which if you engage your sense of humor, you can increase your sense of humor with that. Okay, you can do that way. It's it's not that we don't have that, I would say, that sense of humor skills, I would say, but you can eventually develop it. See that what that person has replied, how you can reply that, in a humorous way. Okay, and then you can simply reply that. This is how you can do that, right? Tinder is the one of the best. I think they are doing, I think, one tweet every day, and then it's more of kind of this humor or witty kind of this tweet. Try to engage with that, right? That will help you a lot. Okay, another thing to increase your sense of humor is to create a meme, right? Meme is one of the very, I can say it's not that easy, because you have one image and you have to think of one line for this. It's difficult than writing a 10 lines of it, because you just have to have one meaningful that. So that's works the best. And there are certain accounts like Indian Meme League, Indian Meme Triplet. They are sharing this image when they have a caption. So they participate in that. That by that way also you will get the visibility. So let's say Indian Meme League, when they do that, they also have a page on Instagram, so they will feature these on their Instagram page as well. That's how you can even get the visibility. Okay, so do that, they can participate in that, and it's going to help you help you a lot. Simply do that. If not, there are so many now. If you look at it, so many movies are coming, the series are coming. When new templates it's coming, the trending template, make a best use of it, because that's a trending, and because of that you will get a chance to get feature on various news media as well, or various accounts on Instagram, or even sometimes the Facebook as well, right? So do that. That's very, very important thing. Okay, so humor is very important for that. Simply do that. Okay, one thing which everyone talks of, when you are starting your Twitter journey, most likely you are already active on accounts like LinkedIn and Instagram. For me, it was a LinkedIn, and then I came to Twitter. So the mistakes what we do is that, because we don't know, of course, what we do is that we use a hashtag, and when we use a hashtag, we use like a crazy. Hashtag some works when it's a trending one, but don't use that. Keep your tweets simple. Most the one liner works best on a Twitter. So don't, I personally don't suggest to use any hashtag at all. Even if any topic is trending, not necessary that you should use that hashtag. If you just even use that particular word, that might also work for you, right? So non don't I personally don't suggest it at all. Another thing, the people make a mistake that, let's say XYZ person is replying on my tweet. Now, when that person will reply, that person will again tag me, right? Boss, you are replying to my tweet only. Anyway, I'm going to say that if you are going to tag me, it's not going to make the priority for that. Okay. And you don't have to, you are replying, it's visible. So again, people are mentioning their own handle on that. Don't do that, right? Another thing, when we are already do that, when you are tweeting something, that what I have seen, that when people are tweeting, especially using images, or asking certain things, they tag so many people in that, and because of this they get, see, it irritates people, right? Sometimes it irritates me as well, right? Because at then I'm also human. So what happens that you are tweeting and you are tagging 10 different people. Now every one person engage with what the, whether they like it, they quote tweet it, they retweet it or leave everyone is going to get a notification. And sometimes that communication will go really long, that there's a lot of things going on, and then it can frustrate people. So unnecessary, never take a person, right, in your tweets or anything like that, right? You guys must be aware that every month people are saying, oh, this is my January circle, this is my February circle, this is my December circle, right? So for that too, I suggest that what you do is that just post the image and just write it down, that this is, let's say for example, January circle. If you find yourself, leave any, emoji you want, or let's say heart emoji or any kind of emoji. Again, the emojis should be that very easy, that people can find it easily, not very complicated, that people will not be able to find it. So don't make this mistake. Do not mention people just like a very randomly. If you are asked, if you are want to ask a question to just one or two person, right, why you're tweeting about it, right? If you want to ask in general, you don't have to tag anyone and let everyone engage and share their views. If you, let's say, would like to ask a question just to me, then you just DM me and ask. It's simple, right? Why? Then it shows that, okay, for you, everyone else, the opinion or suggestion as feedback is not important. Only for this person, your the suggestion matters. So why you are doing that, instead of simply coming DM and just do that. Okay, so don't make these mistakes, because that's what is going to help you. Okay, now many people are even reaching out to me that I'm not getting I'm not getting a tweet, I'm not getting a tweet idea, what should I do? Or let's say, so it's not necessary that you only tweet in English. You tweet in you tweet in Hindi, right? Hindi, I can't say that everyone in India understand that everyone should, but not everyone can. You write it down in Hindi. Okay, let's say if you still want to write it down in English, the problem will be that if someone replies and you will not be able to reply back, then you are going to be in trouble. No one has. So just think that. Start with Hindi, right? And then eventually you go to English also. Or let's say you still want to write it in English, or let's say many people would like to write it. So many people faces a problem that what I am speaking right now, but the same I will not be able to write it, right? I can speak but I cannot write. Many people faces this problem. Okay, so that is a very beautiful solution to it. What you do is write it down in a Hindi, for example, or in your mother tongue or in mother language, whatever you are using. Use it. Use the Google Translate, from your language to English. Take it, then see that the meaning is remaining the same, then again translate from that language to, let's say, Hindi, or you'll see that the meaning is same, because sometimes Google works very weirdly, and it can create a problem. Don't do that. And once, if you want to fine tune it, take it to Quillbot. There's a website called Quillbot, QUILLBOT.com. Go there and rephrase it. It will do that. So with this, your purpose will be solved, right? You don't have to give a much. To but don't rely on this all the time. This is only that if you are facing problem and you want to fine tune your tweet or your thoughts, do that. This is very important. You can use that if you want. That's the hack for this. You will get an idea. Because many times we get an idea in, because in our mind is designed in a way that wired in a way that any thoughts coming to our mind, that will come in our own language only. For me it's Gujarati, for you it might be Hindi, for you Telugu, Tamil, or any, it can be anything, right? So this is something which you can do that. I still have some time, but I think I'm not sure you guys will be able to stay or not. So I'm just quickly checking that what if I miss any important points. I first would like to cover up with that, and definitely I will try to cover all the question or most of the question which you might have mentioned. Okay. When you reach is that, instead of tweeting, engage with other people's account and save that tweet for when you have this better engagement. Okay, you can do that. That is also one hack. That time engage with more people. So definitely you are engaged with more people, your those tweets are even going to get visibility. And that impressions, what you get it, that counts for even replies also. So you can do that. So when reach is that, you can do that with, so save your content, for the time which is there. And yes, on Twitter, there is nothing called that the best time for it. Anytime you tweet it, and there's a chance that your tweet will work, right? I personally observed this, right? If you just look at, I think one of the tweet I did couple of days back after 12, it was a 12 night, and by morning, it was a just day before this budget day, right? I tweeted at the 12:05, and by morning it already had more than 100 likes, just during that time. So there's nothing called, that base time to tweet is a morning, afternoon, evening, or nothing like that. You just tweet it. People are there online 24/7. Even you are from India, you should see that people are engaging with the Twitter, using at the 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. They are doing that. So just that is no base, anytime is the best right now. Okay. uh okay, one thing I would like to share about the thread, because many people are writing a thread, would like to thread. I personally am not a fan of the long form content, just because of that. If you just look at my LinkedIn also, that's not, earlier my one of the team, my colleague was assisting me with the content, but now again it's not that, because that's the tenure of that person is over. So I'm not a fan of the long form content also. But if you would like to try with the thread, then make sure it's a neat and clean, where your very first thing, your hook is very important. Then whatever you follow, breaking into the pieces, and just do that. Require, give a number, give the bullet points, some images. It works like anything, right? There are so many people writing that, you can just go and check on that, so you will get a better idea how to do that. So that is for this thread. Okay. If you look at it, there are certain people who are asking the question, and people are, when you ask a question, there's a high chances that you will get a more engagement on that. Okay. For example, if I talk about, the very classic example of my tweet which I'm doing, it's been almost 9 months now. It's a, have you smiled today? So if you look at it, it's very straightforward thing. I'm just expecting an answer in yes or no. I'm not giving you, or you don't have to give any effort on that. It's very simple. It's yes or no. You don't have to think anything on that. Most of you know that, okay, today I smile, I will say yes. If not, no. On top of that, if you want to share anything, you can do that. Otherwise, that's why. The reason, that every day I get a similar response, mostly 100 likes on a day-to-day basis, it's there on the tweet. This is a reason. Or so basically, the thing is that you can ask a question, but doesn't mean that you keep asking just a question on a, on the all. Let's say you are doing a 5 tweets a day, or let's say 3 tweets a day, and all are question only. Right? People will see that, what you are doing, right? So keep a mix of it. Once a day it's okay, right? Or maybe, every alter is something like that. But make sure that our question, which you are asking, the answer the person can give is, as short as possible. Most likely yes or no, or in just a one word, or not that complex where someone has to, the think of it. Right. For example, if I ask you that, what was the last movie have you seen, right? It's very straight for you, that that this is what you have seen last time. Okay, the Drishyam or a Pathan or whatever it is, right? You can just answer quickly. So if you want to ask a question, do that. It will help you. The sorted answer, if you can give, that will help you, right? You can do that. Okay. Couple of things, one very important feature which Twitter has is you can make a list of your favorite creators. Make a list. There are two options. One, you can keep it public. Second one, you can keep as a private. You can create a private list, so you can just feed that only those people tweet that you want to engage with on a day-to-day basis, or you just would like to actually scroll it. You can make a multiple list as well. Let's say for the if you're into marketing, you would like to have a content creator, you want personal branding, you want to have a marketing for the SEO, you will get a separate list, and you just go to an account and do that instead of on your timeline. You can do that. So that will help you, the list feature, which you can use it, and that will help you. Okay. Try to help people in real sense without expecting anything in return. Okay. It's very hard to do in this time, but if you do that, that will help you now or later on anyway, for sure, right? I do that. See, for many of the things, people reach out to me that, okay, I want to do this thing, I want to have, and I want to consult you, I'm a, the student. So I can't always think that what I'm going to get out of it, right? I really want to help people in a real sense. Okay, so let's say if I take an example, a couple of I think weeks or a month ago, Varanya helped me, that with one design called Aap Batao, right? That's a very common when we are get on a call, we don't have anything to talk. We say that Aap Batao, right? That he made that, the thing, and the same thing which I used it, and I gifted someone a T-shirt for this. Varanya helped me for that. Okay, so see, if you look at it, he was not expecting anything out of it. He just helped me, just out of just because that for him it must be very easy for the designing was because he's into that. I'm not from that, right? But now if you look at it for me, I will remember him forever. That okay, he helped me with that, right? The same goes with everyone. That okay, so do that. Just go out and reach out to people that and help genuinely. Don't expecting anything in return, and do that. It's difficult, but just try it out and it will help you for sure. That's my guarantee. Okay, another one important hack I'm going to give you, that if you look at my timeline, I do not retweet my own tweets. You will never find it. Many creators are doing that. There's nothing wrong about it. It's not about right, wrong. It's nothing wrong. People do that, right? I never do that because I don't like it. That why to do that to get the same engagement or because see what I have seen that if you do that, know that you are not going to get more than 10, 15 more likes than that, right? That is why you just try it out, right? Just retweet it only, then maximum you will get it 10 15 likes on that, not more than. It's not going to help you. Okay, this is again my personal. If you want to do that, there is no way that. But instead of this, there is a one very authentic way of doing that is what I was used to do. That nowadays I'm not getting a chance to do that because of a lot of engagement work and all. But right now also, whenever I get a chance, or what I was mostly doing is that, let's say if I'm tweeting right now, okay, let's say in the morning 10 o'clock, people will keep engaging with tweet, and I do not respond to that tweet immediately, right? The reason is that you just tweeted, your tweet is still active, people are engaging with that. So not necessarily you do that. If you want, you can reply to a couple of tweets. But what I was used to do, what I most of the time do is right now also that I engage with those team after 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours, or sometimes 12 hours as well. What I was normally doing that whatever I tweeted whole the day, at night I see somewhere around 10, 11 p.m. and I go based on the FIFO method. I go to mention, I check all the things, and I reply on a FIFO method for that, and I reply all the things. Now with this, what happens that all the replies are taken care of, which we anyway you wanted to do that. Second thing is, you know, when you reply that, now that again that your tweet is coming into the action, right? Is again reactivating that. But this is, if you look, it's a natural way of doing that. You are replying to those tweets, and again it's getting activated. That was the whole purpose. You want to reactivate that list. So do this way, and it will help you more than that, right now also I'm doing the same thing, and I'm seeing that when I do that, it again get me certain the engagement on that, because what I do when I reply, that person is going to like it or comment it. That's how it's get reactivated. And if you want to do that, you can do it in the phases, that okay, reply 4 5 tweets after 4 5 hours, reply 4 5 after another 8 10 hours, and then 12, like that. It will keep your the tweets active. Okay, that's one very important which I wanted to cover. Okay, spaces, please attend the spaces if you are getting a chance, right? For me, I was not able to do that, of course, because I got a daughter. So after that office time, I have to spend a time with them, so I don't do that. But spaces also work. It worked really well, and many people added hundreds or thousands of followers because of that. So do that, but just don't join to listen it. Participate in that, add your views on that. Then people 20 25 people, 100 people are going to listen to you, and definitely there you are going to get some follows out of it. So just don't attend the spaces to listen, participate in that. Jaise bhi aa raha hai, just speak it out, it will help you. So this is about the spaces I wanted to share that. certain things that do that, that startup idea that works sometime, unpopular opinion, confession, or if you are guilty about something, these are certain things which you want, you can just share it as a one liner tweet that will help you a lot. Okay, if you, when you achieve a certain milestone, let's say first you are got your, you have your first 10 followers or 25 followers, and celebrate that, right? I still at this date I do that, when I add every 1,000 followers. And earlier with every 100 followers I was doing that, but now I can't do that, because it's just increasing in a day or two. But do that, so people will engage with that. And this, and let's say you are about to reach your first 50 followers, and you are at a 40, 45, you can tweet about it, that okay, I'm just away from the, when can I achieve it, like that. And people will definitely will go and will reach out to. And it's possible that you might get it even more than that. I have seen that people, what, saying that of 100 followers, and the next day when I say it's already not 100 but it's already 200 followers. It happens that. So celebrate each moment. And when any of the person which you admire, or you are expecting that for the person follow you, you can just tweet about it. Okay, maybe take a screenshot of that person follow you, tweet it, and just tag that person, and thank them in real sense. And then definitely that person, so this is so that appreciation as well. This, so the another reason to do is that people will see that, and people see that, okay, I think there is a something, for this person to word following. If this person is following, let me follow that person. So this is the one more reason that you might get a follow from that person. So if you want, you can do that as well. That's another hack to get followers. Okay. Yes, every month, you can do that, create that circle and tweet it. So you already have one tweet for that. Another tweet which you're doing a performance of the month, which I'm doing on every month on the first or second of the month, where I say my what was my performance for the last month. So certain tweets either you will get like this. One is the circle, one is the Twitter performance, any other thing, the trending, whatever is trending, always take a participant, whatever is trending, whether it's a hashtag or any topic or a meme template, anything, take a participate in that. Okay. Okay, so with this, I had around more than 50 points, or here and then I already covered up on that. So now, yes, again, if you have any question, please share. And in the meantime, I'm just going to, take other question where I stop, and going to try. I will try to, answer as many as question I can. Okay. 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 So Aditya is like, how can I increase my follower? Aditya, this is well covered in that. So if you follow these things which I said, I can guarantee you that your followers will increase. Maybe it will be slow, but it will definitely grow. And if you have a less content, engage more, and definitely will help in that, right? There are so many accounts which I have personally grown during this free consultancy which I have given before also. So that is no brainer, anyone can do that, believe me, anyone can. There is no rocket science at all. Okay, this they're using free sale like Typefully service. Yeah, so there are certain tools as if you want to write a thread that you can use the platform like Typefully. That's a very well-known one for a thread purpose and everything, which you can use that. That's where networking. Okay, what's your opinion on engagement group? Okay, so that's the really valid. It's a very funny question that I don't believe in that. Don't do that. Don't go for it. Right? It's not going to do that. I simply ignore those state, or I simply say that okay, I'm leaving. I simply leave those group. It's not going to help you at all. Like you see that there are so many accounts. Okay, they have a many retweets, right? All those are like this from the groups only, because of that but it is the same set of people only. It's not going to help you in many ways, right? I always feel why it's like, but when I see that it's the same set of people doing that, is because of the group. In real sense, it's not going to help you, as I say that. So personally I don't recommend it. I simply hate it, those kind of groups. I don't do that. Okay, and more tweets, not from a listing account, gonna change that. Okay, content really intention. Okay, attendance, sir. Okay, so we have a message. Sir, I'm 14 years old. How should I go about choosing my career? So this is not a right platform to do that. Whoever is that, please reach out to me via DM. Would love to get on a call with you to discuss on that. Right, it's very straight. It's not a straightforward answer for that, and it's not a right platform or the time to do that. Okay, quick question that. Okay, Vikrant is asking, how many hours do you devote to Twitter? Okay, you are asking me. So, see, for my timing is not any fix. So I will tell you that my whole business, is generating from online. So far, we are, the marketing, sales, and customer service consultant for B2B SaaS brand, right? And our potential customers are there on a social media or on any platform, and so far we have 23 customers. All the clients which either we have received from Twitter or a LinkedIn or through a personal connection because of the networking. Okay, so I have to be there active, to do that. I never know when I will get a Twitter, the leads out of that. Okay, so time is not there any fix on that. In between the work, I'm coming doing that. Sometimes I schedule a tweet, sometimes I come randomly, I just spend 10-15 minutes and I do that. So there is no any fixed time for me. I Whenever I get a chance, I just come and use that. So that is no one time for you. But yes, it is a really, Twitter is a very addictive thing. Sometimes, I even slept for, at a midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in initial days. It's been a long time I have stopped using that. I'm not using more for, because I keep scrolling. I stop using that because I know that's not good. So I stop that. So you can just see that, be responsible for whatever you're doing. That's very important thing. Okay, is it good to join engagement in the initial days? No, Anusi is asking no. In any stage, I don't suggest to get engagement. Or as I said, be authentic wherever it is. You have already seen that, Anusi. For you, I know that, when you join, how many followers you had and how you grow, right? So when you keep posting the content, people would love it. Especially, your humor side is also improve a lot in this many, months. I'm seeing that constantly, and that has helped you, right? So because that's what you are and what you are doing. You can sometimes play in a gray area. That's fine, but not, in a black area completely. But what you are tweeting, you don't know at all. Don't do that. But this is simply a no on that. Okay, I think yes, guys, you on Oxygen Arne was discussing. Hope that's well covered on that. I did a Twitter circle thing and added a couple of sentences about each one of them. They really enjoyed it. Yes, definitely, you can appreciate people. I even started. I was giving a shout out to the people, but a couple of incidents that happened, and I just stop it completely because we never know. My purpose was different, but people are taking differently. I had to stop it, which you can do that. Yes. So I think that's it. I'm not sure Mansi is online. Like we are like a Tom and Jerry. She's saying that when will you follow me? I am already following Mansi. What you are doing? Okay. Or are you talking on the some any other account? Maybe a Tinder. Yeah, I'm not coming on Tinder. Okay. So yes, that's it. If you guys still have any question, please share that. So I will do that, and I hope that if you guys enjoy this session, and you see that if someone is going to benefit out of it, please share the YouTube link with these people on that. And if you like it, like definitely, if you want to tweet about it or anything, yes, please do that. And yes, if you enjoy this whole session, the chat window is open. Just send whatever you want to write, do that. And definitely, if you still have any question, I'm happy to answer any question you may have. But otherwise, whatever I have, the share with you, it's purely based on my experience. Okay, and how this is exactly how do, if you follow all the things which I mentioned during the whole session, that I guarantee you that you are going to grow your account for sure. There is no any, the rocket science behind it. So simply do that. And in case if I'm not following any one of you, I'm happy to follow all of you. It's kind of you are giving your time. Now it's my my also time to give you that. So if I'm not following you, just DM me that, and I will follow you, instantly. I mean, as soon as I see your DM, we'll do that. And how can we safeguard an account from being hacked? So yes, very important thing that, see, there is a two-factor verification is there on a Twitter. Just activate it. So whenever you log in, either it will ask you SMS code via SMS, or there is a Google Authenticator. Use that, and most likely it will be safeguarded. Do that. That's very very important thing on that. I think now we don't have any more question on that. And yes, I've definitely now I would like to, give you 1 or 2 minutes. And if you guys enjoy that, please leave any comment you want to leave in this, the chat window. And so I will know that, it is happened. One thing, after completing this session, go and take a screenshot of your statistics. I already guided you how to do that. If you join late, you can just start the video from starting and just watch it. Take a screenshot, save it, and just after a month, if you apply all these things, observe, and I'm sure that, if you're following those things, you will see a change in your followers count, and the real connection which you are building, right? And just see that, and after a month let me know that, what was the result. So yes, once again, anything you'd like to ask, please let me know. Otherwise, yes, I'm just going to another 2 minutes, and or 1 minute only, and then I will end this stream. And yes, once again, thanks a lot everyone for joining in this session, and please do share with your connection who can benefit out of that. And yes, that's it. And we'll keep in touch with all of you via Twitter for sure. And still, if you have any question related to Twitter or anything, please reach out to me via DM, and we can do that. And if you want to talk to me in one-on-one, I'm happy to jump on a call as well sometime, coming weeks, basically. Okay, so just waiting for 9:50, and then we'll session, as we do not have much things to discuss again. Oh, thank you so much, Juan. Thank you so much, Satvik, and glad that you enjoyed the session. Thanks a lot. Okay, so it's time to take a leave. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night, and enjoy your weekend. And have you smiled today? I will wait for answer today. Take care. Bye bye.